It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, all you beautiful people, right here to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on SABC3. When you hear that sound, you know it's time to get into our baby talk. And we are having a very serious conversation this morning. As we know, the number of COVID-19 cases are on the rise within South Africa. Now, we have seen the first few cases being reported in some of South Africa's biggest townships, you know, where thousands of families live in very close proximity to one another. And some households have as many as 7 to 10 people living together. And this, of course, makes social distancing that much more difficult. Now, this morning, we are chatting to medical doctor and health advocate Dr. G about what it means for infants and babies living in the township through such a deadly pandemic. Good morning, Dr. G.
Hello, it's good to see you guys. Good morning.
Good to have you with us on that side, of course, being safe at home. I want to get right into it. Just about 3 days ago, we've seen that Khayelitsha, right here in Cape Town, has had its very first case of the coronavirus. Take us through it. What does this mean for babies, for infants and parents living in this cramped spaces like these townships at the moment?
I think it's very important to bear testament to the realization and awareness that South Africa obviously doesn't have the same structure when it comes to settlements and where everybody lives. We are 100% worried about communities where social distancing is difficult, and we know that this tends to be in semi-urban areas, in rural areas, and of course in some aspects of townships. So the biggest concern with a lot of the containment and the strategies that government has put in place is around those communities, and how do we best safeguard them by teaching them all the hygiene and safe sanitation practices to best protect them. And I think that's the moral of the conversation today. It should be about what can we do to empower people at a level of where they live before we even talk about perhaps what they are contending with in the outside world.
Absolutely. I also feel like it's easier said than done because, you know, we are encouraging social distancing. We are saying, you know, the practice of proper hygiene is almost impossible for these people because they are living in such, you know, cramped up spaces. They don't have access to proper sanitation. But maybe let's get into it. What are your suggestions to parents living in these conditions right now?
I think the very first thing we need to tackle, Jamie Lee, is the rules of really raising your child as well as you can under any circumstance. And we always look at wellness and well-being for children when it comes to 3 very basic needs. And I think even during the coronavirus outbreak, parents need to pay attention to whether or not they are able to meet these to the best of their ability. When it comes to children, the most important thing is to pay attention to their physical needs, is to pay attention to emotional needs and cognitive needs. You know, it's very easy for us to get lost in the conversation of how the adults are doing, but the child who has no idea what is actually happening right now in the world needs the same kind of attention, and perhaps in some instances more. The good news is that we're aware that the virus at this point tends to cause milder disease in children than in adults. So I guess there is some reprieve there for parents to take some comfort to say, you know, even as they watch over their child, just from a physical symptom point of view, there is some light at the end of the tunnel. But let's look at physical needs first. Yes, some parents find themselves in an unfortunate situation where they aren't living in ideal circumstances, but your home, your physical space at home is still the primary sanctuary for your child right now, especially during lockdown. So making sure that the environment is clean, that is my number one statement I want to make to parents. Making sure that you're changing, if your child is still in diapers, changing these diapers regularly, making sure that your child has clean clothes. You know, we overlook little things because sometimes we also send our kids to daycare and we forget that these youngsters at home can also get up to a lot of mischief. So really cleanliness is the first step. The second thing is making sure that there's as much sterility in the house, whether you are living in a shack or you're living in a proper house. What you need to pay attention, and this is stuff that is within our control, and I believe there's been a lot of initiatives where organizations are really supporting parents on giving them some resources here. But sanitizing, especially if you're not breastfeeding and you're bottle feeding, sanitizing and sterilizing those bottles. You've got control over that as a parent. These are things you're usually doing even before Corona, and that's something that you can continuously do. And then it's really important to look at just the general space where the child is sleeping. Is it clean? Is it dry? And I think it starts there. The second space that we obviously need to look at, and I know it's very difficult when parents are just trying to survive themselves in this environment, but we need to look at the emotional and cognitive needs of the child. Kids between newborn and toddler age are really, really used to routine. And most of the time, as I was saying, a lot of parents are working and they've kind of sent that responsibility to someone else. Now the child is at home. It's so important to build security around your child. And sticking to a routine and having a routine at home really reinforces that security, that structure, that comfort. And it allows the child to calm down during an uncertain phase. And that, for me, is one of the second most important. The third one is really looking at how the child is stimulated throughout the day, responding to your child. Children often can't communicate if their symptoms are changing. And, we're in flu season, and a lot of people are overlooking that your child is going to have sniffles.
Dr. G, thank you so much for all these vital, important notes that you gave us and tips that you gave us. I think it's more important that we focus on the well-being of the child in this space and in this time, but also remember to stay home and stay safe, sanitize. But of course, it's all about the well-being of the child at this point. So thank you so much, Dr. G, and let's get back into the kitchen.